Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another session by OverPower Marketing. And welcome to the Tuesday workshop series. This quarter, we've been going on about the audits. It's the fourth quarter, the final quarter. Although it sounds more like a football game now, but it's not. It's the fourth quarter of the business season, and this is when people or when businesses look into their existing data in their existing systems and figure out if they want to change anything, if they want to improve it. And before they can improve or change anything, they have to look into what they've actually got. So for today, we are going to be going over the media storage and the client portal and the courses itself. So what the media storage is, it's just a storage file or a folder or a place within the system where you can store basically anything that you want. It could be PDFs, images, and everything. Now, imagine if you have all that data just jumbled up all together like a mess. And when the time is needed, when you're trying to make a social media post or want to send out an email, or you want to build out a web page, for example, and you click on getting an image, but you can't find the image. And this problem has been going on for the past 6 months, and all of your team members have been complaining, and you didn't want it to change it, or you didn't want it to mess up the system even further. Then this quarter, or these 3 months, this October, November, and December, this would be the right time to take a pause, take a step back, go into the media storage, and start making folders with all the questions and all the feedback that you've received from your team. So let me show you what we have for ourselves. Now, within OPM tools or OverPower Marketing tools, we have our own media storage. And as you see, we have each and every folder that we could have think of. Now, when we are doing our own audit, one of the things that we look forward to is, do we have enough folders or do we have more than enough folders? So what more than enough folders would be December, September 2024, the entire year of 2024, and the ones before that, the ones which says 2023. Since we can make nested folders, what we can do even further is to create a folder over here. Let's say files from 2023, save that. And now that again creates a new folder. Now this, we can send all the 2023 stuff into this folder. So that way, the first step or the first tier of media storage would become more cleaner. So that when I go back into making an email or building out a landing page, if I want to get something from 2023, I go into the files from 2023, and within this folder would contain January till December each month categorized. So we can make more and more things like that. So that way, we have proper categorization of clarity of what everything is and where everything is. So we can have like different courses folder, we have different niche based folders and things like that. But even if we scroll down, we still have a lot of open files in front of us, which can be moved into folders. So that way, when we are searching for them, we know where to find it instead of having to type over here and searching for it. Since most of the files are random digits and random numbers, making no sense, because when you're in a rush, you don't think about renaming them or making sure that they have the accurate name. So you just upload them. So that way, when you are trying to find it, you are unable to find it. So that's why media storage is one of the biggest places that you need to organize, because your workers or you yourself, when you're working on something graphical or content-wise, you're going to thank yourself. That's what I do at least. And we'll show you more about that when we go into the workflows, since that's more of my, I wouldn't say expertise, but specialized category of work that I do. Well, yeah. So I'd like to create folders and everything is numeric. So it makes more sense to me and to someone else as well, but enough about workflows. For now, media storage. So here you have to create folders, and then you can create folders within folders. For example, I go over here, I add a nested folder, saying, let's say Jan 2023, I save, and then more and more and more, as much as you want. So within the media storage, you can go as deep as you want. You can have different folders for different types of files. So for example, images could be in one, PNGs would be in another, JPEGs would be in a different one, MP3 files or MP4 files would be in a different one, PDFs could be in a separate one. So you have a different collection of ebook, a different collection of your videos, different collection of your images. You can even upload document files, so you can add that as well. So you have like quite a lot of things that you can add into the system. It's only, the first thing is to have it within the system, and the second thing is to have it where you can easily find it. So that's one of the things that we wanted to talk about today. And as you see, you also have this green button. It's not exactly floating, but it's in a fixed place. You can click on this and learn more about media storage as well. I'm just going to close this out, but if you want to learn more about it, you can go through to all the steps, and then it repopulates over here again. And it would be a little bit off topic, but you can use image AI over here to craft new images if you want, or check out the different things. So you have the storage and the trash as well. Since I'm here, why not? And within the media storage, I can click over here and check all the different storages I have. So I have my media, I have my personal drive connected. We can have Pixabay, Unsplash, and backgrounds as well. So you can categorize it even further. And then we have the different list mode, but that wouldn't be for today. Moving on next. So when we're talking about media storage, one of the biggest places where media storage comes in really handy is the memberships place. So within membership, you have client portals, and what client portals is all the clients that you're managing or you're working with. It's not exactly just the clients, but each different portal could, or every portal could be for something different. For example, where are our communities? So if I go into the communities, we have all right, so within the communities, we have two communities. One is the OPM tools for ourselves or our clients. Then another we could have for different clientele and different agencies. So OPM tools ets what means our collaboration. So OPM tools ets A, ets B, ets C, ets D, and you can see everything from here. That's one thing that we wanted to show. The other thing you can check out is the credentials. Credentials is very important if you are working within the courses industry. Credentials would mean certificates, basically, and badges. So you can check out if all the certificates that you currently offer are over here or not, if they needs to be updated, if you want to delete any of the certificates that you have in order to clean out the system, or if you want to prepare for the future courses that you might be releasing and create those certificates right here. You can check out the issued badges, you can check out the issued certificates during a certain time period or throughout the time period, and things like that. I say things like that a lot. It's only when I'm running out of examples, but if I think about it long and hard, I'll find a lot of examples. So this is a client portal itself. And then we have the courses itself. So within the courses, we have the dashboard, obviously. So if I click on that, wait for the system to load, we can see we can have different information in front of us, how many have signed up, how many have started and completed and things like that. Now, then we have to move over these two subcategories, which is the products and the offers. Products means each individual course itself, and offer means converting that course into an offer or a product so that people can purchase it. It could be a free one as well, but in order to populate it within a funnel or a landing page or a web page, it needs to be in some sort of a offer. So as you can see, we have the prices as 0. So these are the free courses that we have made for our clientele or for our draft mode as well, just to play with it. So yeah, so you can check out different offers. So for example, if I click on CRM knowledge over here, just to show what it does. And again, we are not working with creating something new. We are talking about if the things that we already have within the system, are they in the right manner, or do they need to be edited? And if not, are they useful or not? If they're not useful, delete them. Why? The less data you have is better. That's my theory. So we can add thumbnails. So for example, if I want to launch this course or launch this particular offer, this would be the right time to check, oh no, I don't have a description. I need to add a description. Is my description in the correct manner? If I'm using all the characters that are needed to be used, if I have a thumbnail for it, if I've added a product for it or not, and things like that before I actually move on forward. And then we have the courses product itself. Do I? Nope, I don't. So we have different courses over here, Google Ads scores and internal SOPs and support portal and things like that. And we can check out the different courses as well. Now, when it comes to courses, we have our dedicated team member who has expertise within the courses itself, and that would be Cohen Powell, which I would now hope if he could show that to you, coming from an expert, it will make more sense.
So yes, as Mr. Pham is saying, we're going to be going over on how to just do general customization and organization of your courses. Now, generally you want to wait after a while say for a year or so, to get feedback on your courses, on how to better organize them and make it user-friendly overall. And the best way of doing this is just going into the course itself and moving to the outline. Now, within the outline, you can see the overall modules and each individual lesson that are available within the course. You can also preview the courses as well as you would if you are a client that was taking the course itself. And then here at the very bottom of each course, there is going to be a comment section. Within the comment section, these clients are going to be leaving their thoughts on the lesson and overall suggestions on what should be added for the course itself. Very commonly from these courses, I see the suggestion of adding a PDF of the information that is within the course. There are different people that prefer video over reading. Some people prefer reading over video. Whenever you're making these courses, I highly recommend that you do add a PDF file just to get it out of the way, because there are going to be quite a few people that ask for it. It also makes it a lot easier for some of them. Say if they want to search for a particular topic, they can just use Control F. Look it up in the search bar and just go from there. So that is one thing I would suggest whenever you're making these courses. But besides that, you can change how the course is laid out. So if you hover over one of the individual courses, you can drag and drop them individually to change in which order these courses come. So from here, the client is going to be starting from welcome and then going down from here, from top to bottom. So let's say we want to move what's next after brief overview. We can easily do so by just clicking and dragging. We can also do so with the individual folders as well for each module. A lot easier way of doing that is hitting collapse all and then just dragging and dropping from there. You can also, we've also gone over this within the course workshop as well, but you can go into the edit option to change the layout of the modules and lessons as well. Another thing to consider whenever you're organizing these is going to the edit for the lesson itself, changing out the thumbnail to make it more appealing. Right now, it's just a snapshot of Oren's face while he's doing the lesson. It automatically captures this moment. Say if we don't input a thumbnail, it'll just automatically capture any moment within the lesson to use as the thumbnail. But I do highly recommend adding, say for example, your brand and then the title of the video or title of the lesson, just to give an idea of what they're going to be learning about. There is the title of it, of the lesson itself whenever you click onto the lesson, but customization and putting your brand out there is always recommended for your business. You are also able to change out the thumbnail by just clicking remove and then adding it to downloadable resources as well. Next, I want to go into details. Here, you are able to change the title, description, thumbnail of the overall course, as well as some of the finer details such as instructor details, customization, and advanced options. I'm not going to be going too into detail over this, but just to know that it is available for you. Going back to outline, I do want to preface a good way to lay out your courses. If you are just now starting a new one, this is strictly for starting new. You want to welcome your clients with the lesson, move on to the foundational properties of what they're going to be learning, the setup and tools next, how to implement them, optimization of those tools, and then the next steps or resources that are available to better use the program. So nice 6-step process there on how to lay out your courses. Next up are the customization options. You are able to customize the themes of these courses through the multiple templates that we have within our software. So if we want to change the theme of the course, we can go to Browse Templates. And we have a variety of options as well. If you do not want to apply it, but you want to preview what it will look like, you can simply click on this eye icon right here, click preview, and we are able to see on a brand new page on what it would look like if we were to apply this theme. Once again, adding a specific theme and your brand to your courses is always recommended. You want to customize it to best suit your business. And I believe that is everything regarding courses.
When you're working with courses, one of the big things is that if you change out a course, an existing course, even if you change out the layout, you use a new theme, what you can do is you can use that as a reason to reach out to your clients who have not yet opted for the course and say, hey, we have a completely new layout of the course, something that you'll really find helpful. We've added new stuff. We've just done our audit and we have worked on the feedback that we've received. So you have multiple different ways in using your current work into reaching out to your potential clients or your potential clientele in order to get more signups for your courses. And if it's a paid course, then more purchases for the course itself. So it's not always about you've added new stuff or you've deleted some stuff. It could be something simple as we changed the way the entire experience feels. But yeah, that would be something marketing related. Regarding the audit, no, Cohen, you have covered completely everything. And yeah, that would be it. So today we learned about why the media storage is important and what to do within the media storage. We learned about one of the places where media storage is used heavily, which is the client portal. And within the client portal, the courses and offers. So within the courses, you can change out the layout, you can change out the categorization of the courses. You can especially check if every course is up to date. And what I mean by that is they have the relevant information, they have the accurate thumbnail. And to understand or to begin your journey of the audit, when you're doing an audit, is to always state feedback from the people who are using that particular feature. So for example, when we talked about contacts and custom fields, the feature will be used by the people within your team, within your business. But when you're talking about something like courses, this feature is being used by your clientele. So it would be a nice time to send out an email to them, asking for the people enrolled into a course, send out an email asking for feedback based on the feedback they give. And if you are worried that the feedback would only be, yes, it's good, it's amazing, and you want something more specific, you can add custom questions, something like, is there something you would like to change about the interface? Would you like more information? Would you like more different types of information? So you're watching a video, you read in the description, would you like a slideshow, or would you like an attachment, a checklist after each file or after each course, and things like that. So when you get the reviews, even if you get 10 reviews or 12 reviews, at least you now know what you need to improve. And using this audit period, you can start working on improving the existing courses. And then you can make sure that whenever you create new courses, you follow that checklist as well. So yeah, that would conclude today's meeting. Until then, thank you for being here and see you next week.